Here is the Avast Security News Roundup for the week ending October 15th, 2021. Google pulls ads for stalkerware. Google pulled several ads for violating its policy against promoting stalkerware, surveillance app that encourage users to spy on their spouses or significant others. TechCrunch found 5 app makers skirting Google's no-tolerance policy in various ways, such as using the ad to send users to a web page that then pushed the stalkerware angle. The app developers took advantage of the gray areas in the policy, which allowed ads for surveillance apps targeted at parents to keep track of their children or workplaces to keep track of their employees' devices. We do not allow ads promoting spyware for partner surveillance, a Google spokesperson told TechCrunch. We immediately removed the ads promoting spyware for partner surveillance. A Google spokesperson told TechCrunch, we immediately removed the ads that violate this policy and will continue to track emerging behaviors to prevent bad actors from trying to evade our detection systems. Avast security evangelist Louis Carones feels this is a step in the right direction. Stalkerware is a growing threat. In the last couple of years, it has increased dramatically. Last year alone, after COVID-19 lockdown measures were applied, we saw a 51% increase in the use of stalkerware and spyware apps. At Avast, we have been focusing our effort on protecting against these threats. Avast is part of the Coalition Against Stalkerware. Singapore rolls out patrol robot trial. For 3 weeks in September, the Singapore government performed a trial run on 2 patrol robots, one monitoring a housing estate and the other a shopping center. The robots were on wheels and equipped with 7 cameras each. Their function was to detect undesirable social behavior, which included smoking in prohibited areas, parking bicycles improperly, and breaching coronavirus social distancing rules. The government says the robots are needed to address a labor crunch, but some residents find the increasing amount of surveillance in the country unnerving. For more on this story, see The Guardian. Intuit warns of QuickBooks phishing attacks. An email phishing campaign impersonating QuickBooks is trying to steal phony renewal payments from users. Intuit warned its customers that this was an ongoing campaign, and it advised its customers who received one of the messages not to click any links embedded in the email or open any attachments. According to Bleeping Computer, another email phishing scam preying on QuickBooks customers is an attempt to get users to call a phone number in order to upgrade to QuickBooks 2021. Once victims call the number, they are guided through a process that results in the scammers gaining full control of the account. CIA funding arm invests $1.6 million in Wickr. Encrypted chat platform Wickr has received about $1.6 million from Intuit, a nonprofit investment firm started by the U.S. Central Intelligence Agency, according to public disclosure records reviewed by Motherboard. Amazon Web Services acquired Wickr in June, which was after the fund had been transferred. Wickr seemed to be the U.S. government's preferred vendor for encryption, as the Department of Defense uses a Wickr product and the U.S. Customs and Border Protection has a $900,000 contract with the company. Google activating 2-step verification by default for millions of accounts. In a blog post titled Making Sign-In Safer and More Convenient, Google announced that by the end of 2021, it would auto-enroll 150 million users in 2-step verification. The company said it would also require 2 million YouTube creators to turn on 2-step verification by the end of the year. Two-step verification has been core to Google's own security practices, and today we make it seamless for our users with a Google prompt, which requires a simple tap on your mobile device to prove it's really you trying to sign in. The blog post said, Google is choosing to auto-enroll users because it said, we know the best way to keep our users safe is to turn on our security protection by default. Two-step verification is another term for multi-factor authentication, which helps all users stay secure. LinkedOut in China. Microsoft will shut down LinkedIn in China in response to increasing regulations and censorship, company officials said yesterday. Debuting in the country in 2014, the professional networking site has become the last major American social platform left in the Chinese market. The decision comes despite years of LinkedIn attempting to comply with government demands, including blocking journalists' profiles from being viewed. Twitter and Facebook were blocked in 2009, while Google exited China in 2010 and dropped a follow-up effort known as Project Dragonfly in 2018 that would have complied with Beijing's censorship demands. Microsoft said it would introduce a separate jobs-only app in the country later this year. China's government has developed the world's most extensive and restrictive internet censorship infrastructure. This week's must-read on the Avast blog. Gen Z doesn't care about online privacy, but maybe they should. Gen Z is the first generation to grow up as true digital natives. But even though these people grew up online, Gen Z doesn't appear as concerned about online privacy and security as older generations. We walk through how to help guide and protect members of Gen Z as they move into adulthood. For more, follow the link listed below. And that wraps up this week's Avast Security News Roundup. Stay safe, stay secure, and I'll see you again next week. Bye-bye.